Hi guys, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week so far. It's Friday, the sun is shining, and I'm ready for the weekend. I wanted to do a quick little video on something that is very near and dear to my heart. I know if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I've been posting a lot of pictures on this beautiful retreat that I'm co-leading next year. A ton of you have kind of reached out to me, you've kind of left comments and asked me some questions. So I wanted to do a little bit of information giving, if you could call it that, just on some of the common questions that I've seen so far. Hopefully this gives you a little bit insight into what the retreat is, who the retreat is for, who the retreat is not for, and sort of what to expect. So if you're thinking about coming, it'll help you make the decision. So one of the questions that came up was, where are we going and who is this for? So the retreat is actually in February of 2018. The exact date is from the 18th to the 25th, so it's an 8-day retreat. And we are actually going to be spending the bulk of our time in a tiny little village called Gwaldam. Gwaldam is in the state of Uttarakhand, and if you look at the map of India, Uttarakhand is like the northern part of India. It's one of the northern states, and it actually borders Nepal. And if you look at the map again, you'll see that the Himalayas goes through it. So that's the beauty of this retreat, in my opinion, that no matter where you look, you will see the mighty Himalayas and some incredible views and some beautiful forests along the way. So that's where we're going to be. This retreat is very different from what you see out there. We are not spending time in any of the big cities. Yes, you will fly into either Delhi or Mumbai, no matter, depending on where you're coming from, and then kind of catch a connecting flight to this place called Dehradun, and that's where the retreat starts. We're not going to be spending any time in Delhi, nor are we going to be spending any time in Mumbai. We really want to get people off the beaten path into the villages of India, where I think so much of beauty lies. So who is this for? This retreat is essentially for somebody who likes to travel off the beaten path. If you like adventure, if you like the mountains like me, if you're obsessed with the mountains, if you want to have a very rich cultural experience, something very unique and something that you've not experienced before, then this retreat is definitely for you. But if you like the big cities, if you want to go into the malls, then this is really not the kind of a retreat that would give you that experience. What are we going to be doing? So we have a whole slew of activities that have been laid out on the retreat homepage. So if you go to retreat.karthikagupta.com, Karthika Gupta is one word, you can see all the information. There are a ton of pictures, there's the schedule, there's information on the place, but essentially all the activities for this retreat have been carefully put together so that you have a very wholesome experience. You get to trek in the mountains, you get to meet with the locals. You will also have an opportunity to help in the local harvest, and whatever we harvest, we will take it back and we will actually come up with a menu and then cook, and you will get hands-on experience in local cuisine. So if all of this sounds interesting for you, then definitely check out the schedule, because it's broken down by each day and kind of what we will be doing. Weather permitting, we also trying to get we will also take you guys on a trek to an alpine meadow, and that alpine meadow has even more beautiful views of the mountains. So our hope is that we get to spend a night there, so that we can wake up and we can see the mountains. We have a yoga expert who's going to be joining us, and she's going to be doing yoga and meditation every day. Maybe a couple of times in the day, depending on where we are and what we are doing. We also have the good fortune of having a very experienced trek lead. He actually has been a trek guide for a couple of the National Geographic Channel documentaries that were filmed in the region, and he also has helped numerous photographers, writers, adventurers who have come to this region to explore, and he's been their trek guide. So hopefully, we get to experience that aspect as well, and have his knowledge for us on the trek. We also want to encourage people to really get in touch with the people and the land. So any sort of activity that we've put together, that's the primary motive for us, that we want you to have a very different experience, not like something that you've been used to. It's not for somebody who just wants to take selfies with the locals. We really want to encourage you to put your phone away, to really be in the moment and experience it, so that you have these memories that will last you a lifetime. What is the fitness level? Now, Gualdam is is not at sea level. It's actually at 6,000 plus feet above sea level, but it's not considered high altitude location by any means. But having said that, because we are in the mountains, we expect that people who come will have a certain level of fitness. If you are active, if you like to hike, and if you like to run, if you like to walk for a long period of time, in any given day, then this is for you. You should be completely fine, but I would highly recommend that you definitely get in touch with us if you have any sort of questions on whether you have the right fitness level for this sort of travel retreat. Where are we going to stay? So we actually are going to be staying in a homestay in Gualdam. It's a beautiful property that is located along the mountainside. So you have incredible views again. It's very tastefully decorated. There's lots of antique furniture, as well as local elements that are part of the home. It is a home, it is not a hotel. So if you expect breakfast in bed, then that's probably not going to happen. But if you expect to get up in the morning, come down, have coffee or tea with all the other people, have a conversation, discuss the menu, even help prepare breakfast, although it's not a requirement, but then you will really enjoy this place. If you want to just sit on the patio with your cup of coffee or tea and gaze at the mountains, that's totally fine as well. We have a caretaker, and he is a chef. He's a very good chef. So he will be kind of responsible for making sure that we're all well fed. But we want you guys to experience the local cuisine. So if you want to get your hands dirty and help make the meals, you are more than welcome to do that. The other question was, I love Indian food, but my level of spice tolerance is very minimum. Am I going to have something to eat? So like I said just before this, we have a chef who is a part of our team, not just for the homestay, but also when we travel and when we have our treks, we will have a chef with us. So our meals are all customizable. We can cater them to any spice level and any dietary restrictions for the most part. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any special requests, then please let us know, so we kind of will be prepared, and we will make sure that you are fed and fed well. The other question was, what if I don't want to do any of the activities? Can I just chill out at home? Absolutely. I mean, the place that we are at is so beautiful in itself. There are lots of little hikes around the house. You can walk to the downtown of the village. You can engage with the locals. So all of that is absolutely an option. If that's what you want to do, just let us know. Again, take a look at the schedule. See what all we are doing, and that way you get a fair idea on what every day entails. And if should you choose not to participate in any activity, then you're absolutely welcome and okay to be in the house while we go and do all these activities with the group. The last question that I want to address is this, and I laugh at this because not because it's silly, but because I understand where this is coming from. I'm hearing a lot of stories about India. Is it really safe to travel? Absolutely. So that's the bottom line. But let me elaborate a little bit more. Yes, India is a developing country, but in many ways than more, India is much more developed than any of the developed countries, in my opinion. I am from India, and so is most of the team. In fact, all of us are from India, so we know what the land is all about. We've been there, we've lived there, we speak the language, and I think that's what we all collectively bring to the table. We're from the region, so we know the region, and our primary objective here with this retreat is to give you a different flavor of India, one that you probably are not used to seeing either online or hearing from your friends. That being said, we take safety very seriously, so we will do our due diligence in making sure that you have a safe and enjoyable experience. Like any other country, you have to be smart about where you travel. Even if you do not come to this retreat and you want to travel to India on your own, I would just recommend that you just be safe about it. Just, go where you would normally go and don't go to places that you normally wouldn't go. The beauty is that a lot of India is very well connected, and also most of the people understand English. They might not be able to speak back to you, but they definitely understand what you're saying. So just take that with a grain of salt in the terms of safety. It is very safe, but do your due diligence as well and be smart about where you want to go. So I hope this helped you a little bit in understanding our objective in putting this retreat together and what this retreat entails. Should you have any questions, if you want more information, we are here to help. Just go to the retreat page. Again, I'll give you the website, and I will also post it on the link for the video. It's retreat.kartikagupta.com. So it's retreat.kartika.com. And once you go to the homepage, there's information, there are pictures, there are links that point you to the team. So take a look at who all are a part of this team, who all are going to be your hosts. There's a schedule there, and there's also commonly asked questions there. So if you have questions that I've not kind of covered, chances are it's going to be there, or definitely reach out to us. There's a link on the page for an email. So I hope this was helpful, and if not on this retreat, I hope to see you on some other retreats. Some exciting things happening in the works, so definitely stay tuned. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful weekend.